Hey everyone, and welcome back to Everything Tesla Stock. Do you think it's possible to buy Tesla stock and become a millionaire within a year? Kevin O'Leary thinks so. Keep watching to find out, and subscribe to our channel if you're interested in Tesla stock. Kevin O'Leary is a famous entrepreneur and businessman from Canada. He's also known as Mr. Wonderful throughout his appearances on the US business pitching reality show Shark Tank. He's also chairman of O'Shares Investment Advisors, a company that independently provides indexes. Over the year, Mr. O'Leary has become a trusted investor that many people turn to for investment advice, strategies, and market development guidance. In recent months, the stock market has been going through turbulent times. The first 6 months of the year demonstrated a decrease in the S&P 500 of 21%. This is one of the worst developments in the stock market in decades. Many investment experts designate the current situation as the dip. There are many discussions about whether the buy in the dip situation is something to be followed, or if you should not buy in the dip. Stay tuned to learn what Kevin O'Leary thinks about buying Tesla in that dip. Generally, this phase means buying stocks while the market is down, and they are cheap, hoping that the market will then go back up in time. Therefore, your upside might be huge if the stock market recovers and continues to grow, but there are many risks involved as well, one of them being that no one really knows when it's going to go back up. They cannot always predict the future, as it depends on many factors. Coming back to the Tesla stock, in 2020, Tesla stock also experienced a downfall, and the majority of it happened since April of this year. Many investors are shocked by the developments and are growing rather pessimistic about Tesla stock. However, some experts have a positive outlook and suggest buying during the dip. Kevin O'Leary is one of the fundamental strategic investors who's optimistic about the stock market overall, and Tesla stock in particular. In 2020, the expert said that Tesla was his best performing stock to that date. He is beholding this investment to his son, Trevor, who encouraged Mr. O'Leary to buy Tesla stock in 2019. Trevor, in turn, was mesmerized by the company when he interned for Tesla and realized that it is not an automobile company, but rather an AI and data technology company, said O'Leary. O'Leary also said that thinking out of the box is sometimes helpful. He also mentioned that there are many uncertainties in the world right now, mainly due to COVID and the Russia-Ukraine war. All of this, according to Kevin O'Leary, disheartens many investors. Mr. Wonderful also said that he believes the FED is posing with a strong stick regarding inflationary concerns. As claimed by Mr. O'Leary, he doesn't see much of a slowdown as he is weekly sent tier sheets of doses of private companies in which he holds equity. The expert investor also accentuated that if there is someone who will see the first signs of an economic slowdown or recession, it will definitely be him. And he definitely does not see it thus far. Another crucial comment Kevin O'Leary has recently made is the following. Inflation, I think, is a transitionary element, at least 50% of it. So I'm not as bearish as the pundits are, and I'm investing accordingly because right now, with a 2 and change 10-year inflation to call it 6, I would never buy that bond. That is stupid. You are going to get slaughtered on that. Mr. Wonderful believes that the best investing strategy in current turbulent times is to go for equities of large-scale companies with a strong pricing power that have the ability to withstand all inflationary cycles. He also mentioned that such companies often have potential business models and lower debt levels, allowing them to pass on their incurred costs to consumers and investors. All the factors mentioned above add to the capacity of such companies to stay afloat. Mr. O'Leary also mentioned that he chooses to go for the stocks of companies mentioned above rather than for bonds on the same companies. To quote his explanation, "I know with a 100% outcome when I'm going to be paid back and when. And if I have a long duration bond and inflation is 6% and I'm paying 3.2%, which is sort of the average of corporate paper right now, that is a really bad place to put capital. And I would much rather go in equities." Mr. O'Leary has also stated that one of the best times to buy stocks and invest is exactly when other people choose not to invest and are going the other routes. Mr. Wonderful himself compares this investment approach to a psychological phenomenon called the lemming effect. This phenomenon refers to an instinct of many people to behave in a certain way simply based on the fact that a majority of other people behave the same way. A typical example demonstrating the lemming effect is when people in a crowd start running and many other people start following what the majority of the crowd is doing. The tech market segment has been cut in half. However, the growth rates of the leading tech companies have not decelerated. Kevin O'Leary also says that there are no signs showing the growth rate slowing down when looking at tech mammoths. Quoting Mr. O'Leary, "I look at the free cash flow. I look at the balance sheet. I do not listen to people talking. I look at the cash flow. That is what matters." We believe this is one of the reasons why Mr. Wonderful is confident about his strategy and investments. It's a smart way to go about the stock market. Stock prices constantly change and are influenced by every market transaction regarding the stock. There are millions of transactions happening every single day. Therefore, the stock price is not the best indicator of whether to buy the stock or not buy it, especially if your investment strategy is long-term. Buying the dip creates a possibility to make more money, considering that you might buy an undervalued stock. However, decisions should fit within your overall strategy and should not be dependent solely on the price of the stock at a particular time. We think Kevin O'Leary suggests buying Tesla stock despite the dip due to the current fact that the company has a strong potential in the future, and buying its stock right now at a lower price might even offer you an opportunity to become a millionaire in just 1 year if the market recovers quick enough. If we turn to data, then we can find that Tesla has discovered over 900,000 automobiles since the pandemic started in 2020. In December of last year, Elon Musk revealed another vital piece of information. Since November, Tesla sold stock worth $16.4 billion. In the first quarter of 2022, Tesla disclosed net income amounting to $3.3 billion. These figures exceed Wall Street estimates for the company. All this information shows that so far, there is no evidence of the growth deceleration, and Tesla is still in a good position. Therefore, we think that Kevin O'Leary is suggesting that it might be a wise decision to buy Tesla stock while it's in a dip, as long as this aligns with your strategy and vision. But always remember that investing is somewhat risky. Therefore, you should do your own research and be careful and exercise due diligence in learning about the market and stock itself. Kevin O'Leary could be excited about an innovative battery that Tesla's working on. Tesla started the distribution of their Model Ys that are manufactured at their Texas Gigafactory. What makes this model interesting is the presence of 4680 structural battery packs in the car. At the beginning of July, Monroe & Associates, a company that tears down vehicles, disassembled one of the Model Ys to learn more about the battery. The experts said that the battery pack looks groundbreaking even from the outside. Monroe & Associates also brings out multiple technical aspects of the new battery in their video, but the biggest surprise came from the fact that the battery pack is incredibly light. The whole structure only weighs about 1,200 pounds. For example, the battery pack, just the battery and not the whole structure of the pack, of Rivian's rival models weighs about twice that much. This may seem like an insignificant amount, but in the automobile world, that's something that can truly help Tesla keep its leading position in the market. Likely, innovative updates like this are also included in Mr. O'Leary's considerations about buying Tesla stock. Thanks for watching, don't forget to check out one of our other videos, and while you're still here, go ahead and click on one of these 2 videos on your screen. See you there!